Apparently all we have left are the Archeon quests for the time being, so let's go find Tartaglia. All the way back down again. Yeah, sorry guys, if a bot snags it, I can sometimes let it out if I see it, but if it, like, doesn't let it through to begin with, there's nothing I can do. And I didn't fully program the bot. Twitch provides, just Twitch and Streamlabs provides one. I actually have two bots. One's Twitch's and one is Streamlabs. Okay, time to go to the bank. Oh, poor Razor has to hoof it up these stairs. Oh, good evening. This is the Northland Bank. What are you thinking about? I was just going back and forth in my mind a bit about what I should write in this letter. Usually I write to my family back home, but recently I've gained a pen pal. Oh, that's right. She talked about her pen pal before. I think I've already talked to her. He's also a guard here at Northland Bank. That's right. He lives on, like, the day shift. One time I accidentally left a letter written to our brother. Yeah, I've already gone through this before. I need to be let in, actually. No, don't climb the door. Can you imagine someone doing that if they don't get let in? And they're just, like, Spider-Manning themselves to the door? Yeah, it's, Zhongli Banner, I believe, comes out tomorrow, which means I'm probably not gonna pull today. I'm gonna do it on Wednesday instead. Let's check really quick, because this only has, yeah, 1 day left. I've already got Beto, and while I really like the possibility of Diona, I'm probably not gonna get her, because I think she's 5 stars, so I'm gonna see who the new characters are, and see if I can get one of those 4 stars. Did you collect the chest in here already? No, but I heard it has a lot in it.
Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui.
Excuse me? I don't consider Child a friend. I have no intention of joining the Fatui.
You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsaritsa truly has a will as solid as the permafrost. But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
Yeah, the fact that they live in a land of snow and permafrost kinda makes me wonder if Snezhnaya is going to be northern Russia, canonically, for culture.
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
You can join the bad guys. Not quite. It's sort of one of those, do you want to join Team Rocket scenarios? You can only say no.
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate, and the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Ah, where is that guy anyway?
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Oh, Paimon knows this one. Ahem. There are 2 styles of cooking in Lioli, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner. The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face-to-face with the Shinyue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style.
Paimon, people just can't compete with the style of food. That's like asking me, oh, which would you rather eat and never eat again, Chinese or Mexican? You can't make me pick, Paimon. You cannot make me. Trust you to only know these sorts of things. You're like this every time we talk about food.
Don't talk to Paimon like that. Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving.
Chapter 1, Act 2. Find an organization known as Wangsheng, as well as child. Find child. Find our lost child. Here we go. How much was it? Okay. Yeah. The funny thing is, it's actually not that much compared to how much money I was getting from the meteor shards. I wanted to get more of them, but because I both had my internet crash one of the days, and because I was just sick for a couple days, I didn't really get to farm as much Mora from the event as I really wanted to. I missed out. Can't play the game if my internet decides it just doesn't want to cooperate. And we're out. Let us... There he is. Hello, child. What would you do if there was a child right in front of you? Anyway. Game. Game.
Aha, you made it.
I thought it was gonna crash as revenge. Yeah, I made it.
As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liyue Qixing would hide the Geo-Archon's vessel.
So, where is he? In Liyue Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liyue custom.
As long as I can afford it.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Hi.
Great introduction.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhongli, consultant to an organization known as Wangsheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui.
Associate of the Fatui?
Indeed, Wangsheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed. And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of business involving dealing with people?
Indeed. It is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
You took it entirely out of context, and I don't think he even did it on purpose.
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly.
Ostensibly.
Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhongli because...
His banner comes out tomorrow?
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst.
That's true, the Adepti are trying to stay away from Liyue. The Geo-Archon is also an Adeptus. Which means he has a human form? Wow, can't imagine where that could possibly be.
As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Well, they do have to decide to deal with.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to.
Basically, I don't care if there was a murder. I'm more concerned, are you going to give him a funeral procession or not? Like, yeah, that is true. You don't just, like, hold off a funeral procession just because you haven't caught a murderer. Unless, of course, you need the body to identify it, but I don't think this is the case.
Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo Archon's last rites?
Child says too much. I accept your invitation.
A wise decision. The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
You have 485 Prima Gems for the Zhongling banner. Oh no, that ain't gonna cut it. You need 1600 for at least one pull.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again.
Looks like there's no other choice.
If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
Basically, the only way we're gonna get close to that vessel is if we hold a funeral procession where they put it on display again.
Alright, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks. And get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
That's right, Child can't use chopsticks. An organization known as Wangsheng. Yeah, the funny thing is I know a lot of people really, really like Zhongling's voice. English, actually Chinese is failing me today. The thing is, I have one singular problem with being able to enjoy it ASMR style the same way as everyone else. And that reasoning being, I have watched Miraculous Ladybug. And now all I hear is Hawkmoth.
My. Chopsticks truly are difficult to use.
I have destroyed my own immersion on accident many years ago. You want more renegade options? Like the one that lets just let you barge in and force you to let them look at it? Well, that's the problem. They're also storing it in an area we can't get to. I can't really give you more details until we get there, but when you find out, you'll be like, oh yeah, there's no getting there. There's no getting there without permission.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, Traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
Oh, it crashed down around me, alright. Stone cold dead. I prefer the atmosphere in Mondstadt. Liyue is the better place. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Real honesty. I love Liyue's, nature more, but in terms of towns and how they treat its people, I'd have to go with Mondstadt. The people in Liyue are kind of rich, snobby, and stuck up. And also, I've run around your mountainside and seen nothing but death and poverty. Okay? Everywhere I look. Yes, there's ruins in every town, but the ruins in Liyue are modern ruins caused by poverty and starvation. So you know what? I'm gonna have to throw a little shade, Zhongling. I'm sorry. Mondstadt.
I see. So you're that sort of person. It's not a bad thing. But I suppose you have yet to experience the substance of Liyue's 3,700 years of divinity.
At the price of the lower class.
Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure. These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
Yeah, I have like it overflowing out of my pockets. There are certain words you're not allowed to use in the game's chat. That's actually not because of anything that this game decided. It's actually a rule in China that you're to avoid causing political disputes in places like this. So a lot of people are putting the blame on Genshin Impact for that, but it's not their fault. It's a law that they're forced to follow. You know, it's really not a whole lot different than, you know, our Twitter disputes. You can have an opinion on Twitter and have it be deleted as well, so I know a lot of people are pointing fingers like, oh, that's something they're doing, but we actually do it too.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day.
It's not necessarily that they're not allowed to say those words. They are blocked out. It's more that it's to avoid, you know, political squabbles and shit.
It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Kind of like the bot in my chat. It overcompensates to avoid ugliness.
Betting? No, we're here for... what was it again?
Noctilucous jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These three pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
A man who makes his living off of betting on stones can't be trusted so lightly. What do you think, Mr. Zhongli? I don't know if I trust Mr. Zhongli's opinion. Yeah, it's in the CCP, no arguments there. Yeah, we kind of do it on some scale here in the US as well, whether it be social media such as Twitter or even on YouTube. You notice like a lot of YouTubers are afraid to say certain words because they get demonetized, even if those words aren't that bad. Yeah, it's kind of a similar concept. So they just have a stronger rule set of that, but like in media as well. It's just to keep things from going out of control for the most part, and we can argue about it all day whether it's good or bad, but at the same time, like, I guess what I'm saying is I see a base level to why they do it. I don't 100% agree with it, but I can see where the basic overcompensation came from. I'm sticking my foot in my mouth because I'm bad at words and getting my point across. Let's go with this.
Very good. It seems you have learned some tricks of the trade.
Basically, I'm not pro-censorship, but I can see where the overcompensation happened.
What do you think, Mr. Zhongli? How should we pick from these pieces of Noctilucous jade?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well.
It's kind of like with YouTubers, like, I can see they don't want to censor themselves, but at the same time I can also see, oh, we aren't going to get paid if we say one swear.
If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
What? Dude!
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss. That one didn't count. We need to discuss it again.
It's like playing cups and balls. You need to... It's a price to pick up one ball to see if you win. Like, oh, I'll just pay enough that it's more than the lottery ticket. Good job, Zhongli.
Hey, if we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Actually, it's 2 times more Mora.
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
Being filthy, stankin' rich.
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
That is true, but at the same time, you're still filthy, stinking rich to be able to have that opinion to begin with, to say, oh yeah, don't worry about capitalism, it's not important because I can afford to buy anything, is still not an anti-capitalist argument by any stretch of the imagination. It is still a very high position of privilege to be able to say, oh yeah, capitalism doesn't matter to me because I can afford anything I want at any time. Sounds like he's loaded.
So loaded that he doesn't even bother hunting for a bargain.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon.
So I'm pretty sure it's just tungsten.
Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyroaffinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
Is this normal life for a high-class gentleman?
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Well, you're gonna need a lot of mercury then.
Priceless, huh? Hyman's just said that we might never be able to use it again. We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Let us burn them and also let us get mercury just all over your shop.
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell?
Hold your breath, buddy. Can we get some small samples? Then I'm not buying any.
That would... well... fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all 3. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
So thin.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
This is impressive handiwork to get it that small.
Oh, you flattered me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy.
How did you even do that? I actually don't know what the Mohs hardness scale of this is, so maybe it's easy. It depends. Some metals you'd be able to slice super thin like that. I don't actually know how hard these are.
If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out.
I remember the spot in the Statapua Gorge. How about the kitchen at Zhongling's place?
You mean at One Mean Restaurant? As long as we do it when she's not in.
Yeah, let's just get toxic chemicals all over the One Mean Restaurant where people eat.
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be endangered if the elemental reaction were to get out of control. We cannot take such a risk.
I'm pretty sure that's not on the part of the elemental scale where it would be dangerous to, like, it won't explode. The fumes are toxic, but it won't explode. It's not going to get out of control. Why don't we just, do you guys not have laboratories? Do you not have glass vials? Do you not have Bunsen burners? We're just gonna...
Oh, Paimon remembers. We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the hilichurls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions.
My god, it's not sodium.
Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
If it was that reactive, we wouldn't even be able to carry it in open air like this. It would just go boom on the way en route. Oh, we got a ways to go. Oh my god. Why do we need to go to a big pot? Why can't we just go to, like, any pot? Oh, you mean, like, the big pot? Like, the really big pot. Ooh. It shouldn't have to be that big. It's not that reactive of a material. If it was, we wouldn't be able to wear it as jewelry. There was a plastic they used to make, about 50, 100 years ago. They used to make children's toys out of it and stuff, and they didn't realize quite how combustible it was. And so, toys and hair clips and stuff would start to spontaneously catch fire. But I do not believe this is that. Jade is not that reactive of a mineral. Let us use your big cooking pot.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
Snake wine? What, you mean, oh gosh, I can't think of the name for it. It's a Korean alcohol where they, put stuff like bees in it? One's bee venom. I wish I could remember the name of it. I've seen, like, snakes and other stuff. Can't think of the name, but it's a Korean liquor where they basically ferment, like, bugs and stuff into it to give it an extra kick of a different variety. For the life of me, I can't remember what the heck it's called. I know I've seen it though. And I don't just mean like, oh, essence of bees. I mean like, no fam, there's whole wasps in there. Can I remember what the heck it's called? I want to say it starts with a K. What's it called? Nope. That's not it. Hazards of Soju! Is that it? I want to say it's it. Some of them have poisonous plants in them. Very, very small amounts. For quote-unquote health benefits. Content not moderated by Food and Drug Administration. Take at your own risk.
That's the pot! It looks like the hilichurls are still using it. It's a bit impolite, but we gotta cut the line.
I taste blood.
Trying to read and fight at the same time. It's not working out for me.
Into the fire!
Yeah, I mean, there's different sojus. It's all what you mix into it. Some of them can get pretty crazy, though. Oop, ow. I got attacked by a pig.
There's still soup in here! These hilichurls sure have big appetites.
Oh, well, it's our lab now. It's literally water. It's literally just boiling water.
This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment. We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is, so pay close attention.
What am I doing? Use pyro, okay.
Nice and spicy.
It's not gonna go down, is it?
Nice and spicy. Whoa, that light came from the first Noctilucous Jade. Hilichurls are surrounding us again. Were they attracted by the light?
I mean,
Such nosy neighbors. Let's take care of them and continue again after.
nosy neighbors. Paimon, we're in their space, honey. Try that again. Oops, nope. My bad. Where'd it go? I think it fell down. They have actual little pyro flowers down here. That's what's heating up the pot. That's actually kind of clever.
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it?
Oh, doggone it.
Hilichurls, they don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food.
Yeah, soju can be drank as is, but it can also have other stuff infused into it, which is really obvious if it is, because it's in the bottle. Oof. I don't know why I thought it would start with a K. Maybe I'm thinking something else.
Nice and spicy. Oh, that's bright! Too bright! That was the third wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Next thing you know, we set off in a magnesium explosion. Paimon learns how to make a flash bomb. Oops. Go to here. Sure hope you guys noted which came from which source. No, I was not paying attention to that. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're allergic to bees, don't drink wasp soju because you will have an allergic reaction. This just in, if you're allergic to bee stings, drinking bee venom is not going to go very well for you. Yeah, I know it's the third one, I just didn't see like what pattern in the bowl they lit up in.
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Exactly! That's the one Paimon remembers too!
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucous jade for?
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is...
You almost swindled the people making funeral preparations for your god. Good job.
Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
A jade spoon? That wouldn't be toxic AF. Oh my god. No wonder Rex Lapis died.
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liyue Chising and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liyue will continue to prosper as it always has done.
So let's not get ourselves down just yet.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucous jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Any what?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
What a strange take on the value of money. A local Liyue who doesn't have money on their mind. Yeah, you're supposed to be rich, and yet you didn't bring any.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. Didn't Child give us some advanced funds earlier?
Thank God.
That's a relief. Have a look.
Oh, I didn't cut that. It cut itself.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
He's rich, and yet he's making Child pay. Please remember to bring some money next time. Guess we need to find Child for more funding.
I will do my best. You have my thanks.